demystify interviews, because I think a lot of times people go into interviews and get nervous and freeze up because they don't know what to expect. And one of the benefits of attending this live here is I can demystify the interview process for you and make it less scary and make it a bit more understandable and help you understand the process. So it's a lot less nerve-wracking. You can go in there feeling confident. You can go in there knowing, what it is to expect and what to expect. And so, hey, good question, MB. After looking at it be the final interview, when I've done multiple stage interviews, it tends to be the way I've seen it done is when I've done these myself, it's about a 2 to 3 stage interview. If it's a 3 stage, there will be just someone very kind of low level. Hey, Harry, good to see you. Thank you for joining. At very low level, doing a screening interview to see who they take on. The second stage will be we'll meet like the interviewing manager, and they will and have a few of those people in there. So it'd be kind of like your regular interview. Then the third would be, you would have more of the senior manager, like the department head, depending on the size of the organization. It may be the CEO in it, or like the president if you are, the chancellor, if it's like university. So it may be like a 3 stage. And again, in those tend to be more kind of at that stage, the decision has kind of been made, but it is more or less a kind of meet and greet. So if it's like a 2 stage where they just do the interview and you go on to the final stage, usually it is, again, somebody more senior than the ones that have interviewed you. So it is usually at the final stage, it is very much kind of meet and greet to kind of see your personality. They will ask you a few more questions. It may be one where they ask you to do a presentation on a subject because they want to see, again, how do you fit into the role? So this is one where you need to really, I believe, do your research, and really kind of know your role, really know that organization, because it will be probably, anywhere from a half hour to an hour type of interview. They may ask you to do a presentation. Hey, Mo, good to see you. And they may just ask, some very detailed questions on your field to really see your depth and breadth of knowledge. And so really, spend the time to really understand your field. Think about, hey, happy Boxing Day to you too. It's really an entry level. So they would do a final. So when you say final, okay. If it is entry level, what they would do is just probably ask you, because again, like I said, it's been filtered through, so you're probably one of about like 3 or 4 candidates. And you really just need to be able to really show your knowledge, because I think if you're doing final stage interviews, and where you maybe have gone through through like at least 2 interviews, it is, like I said, it's a bit more senior people, and it's to really see what you know. So even if it's an entry, if it's IT audit, it's an entry level type of role for yourself. they're going to take a look at and ask you a lot on those types of skills. To take a look at, what do you know? What do you know about the company? And just be really prepared and really make yourself stand out. They may, if they haven't asked for a presentation, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. But do expect some potentially some very detailed questions on the field and on IT audit, and also something about the company. What do you know about the company? What do you know about the values? What do you think is, like the biggest challenge to IT audit? How would you conduct an IT audit? What are things that you need to do? Give me an example of maybe when you had to do an audit. What did you look for? What was the results? How did you present it? It's these types of questions. What do you know about the company? Where do you see yourself in 5 years? Company. There's a couple places. If they are a limited company or a corporation, Companies House holds a lot of information on them. It's like the reports, the financial records, who are the directors, and so that's one. If they are a charity, Charity Commission will hold some information on them, but a lot of that will be shared with Company House. So take a look at Charities Commission, their charity. Look and do searches on search engines looking for company news. Their website will have news. Depending on the size of the company, they may or may not make the papers. So I would say take a look in the papers for them. See what you can. I think if they ask you about that, what I always will say is this: it's a trap. Because what that kind of question does is it looks for people for it looks for people who are not going to stick around. So where you see yourself, so if you say in 5 years I want to be, let's say, a biologist or a veterinarian, well, hasta la vista, you don't get the job, because unless it's a veterinary or biology type of company, they have no interest in keeping you because they know you'll be gone. So